Hi, welcome to Divine Code. Today we're going to talk about the story about Alma and Amulek in Alma chapter 14. And this is just a shocking story of two men trying to preach the gospel, and they end up with a lot of people getting driven off and the women and children getting burnt in a fire along with their sacred writings. I mean, it's just tragic. And what is just absolutely remarkable is their response. Alma and Amulek meet that tragedy with silence. And it's a huge lesson in human relations to be able to not respond to people who are tormenting and taunting and accusing. We notice that Christ did the same thing in his last days. He met all of that suffering and criticism and accusations with silence as well. So there's something about that peaceful response that we need to be thinking about. And of course, we don't have situations like Alma and Amulek did. I mean, that's really extreme, but we do have lesser situations all the time with difficult people. So how can we have that peace and that stature like Alma and Amulek did for something even harder? Well, it's a matter of developing ourselves, but meanwhile, I have 4 phrases that really help diffuse any difficult situation that people might put to you. People just like to throw darts, they like to make accusations, they like to lay things down at your feet, and you don't have to pick it up. You can be neutral about it, and it's kind of an art and it takes a little bit of practice, but let me give you 4 responses that will really help in that difficult moment. The first one is, I'll keep that in mind. This is probably the one you can use 75% of the time. So if you remember any of them, remember that one. It's a great statement because it's neutral. It doesn't agree with what the person is saying, but at the same time, you're being civil and validating them that you're listening to them. And then you get to decide if you just want to keep it in your mind for 1 second and be done with it, or if you actually want to think about it later on your own time. The other one, the next one, is let me think about that and I'll get back to you. This is really great for drama people because they're really just looking for commotion. And so this is like a super boring response to them. And so most likely they're just going to go somewhere else and find some drama that's more entertaining. And they're not going to remember it for very long either. It's also a good one to use with your loved ones, people that you want to maintain a relationship with, and maybe they're just having a bad day and not like behaving all that well. It just kind of gives you both time and space to clear out the emotions, and then you can revisit it later when everybody's feeling better, because you do want to work things through with people in your family. The next one is, and I really like this one, I don't have a response to that. You don't have to answer questions or pick up accusations that people give you. You do have a choice. And so when you say, I don't have a response to that, you're just basically saying, sorry, not going to play. The last one is one you probably want to save for your really super difficult people, the most offensive ones. Your scapegoaters and the people that are just really out to try and make you look bad, and they do it all the time. This is a great phrase. That's a story. And then you don't say anything, and then all of a sudden it's their responsibility to prove it and validate it. You don't have to, and you're not defending yourself. So anyway, we can learn how to be more peaceful. Even with difficult situations, we can learn how to have the response that diffuses contention. Good luck with that.